So in this video, what I'm going to do is show how we're actually going to bring our skills demos, the models that we've made, into a 2D format on the template that we've made. So as you can see, I have the desk tidy. So I think this was the first skills demo you would have completed. And once it's finished, what we can do is make the 2D drawing of it. So what you're going to do is go to File here, and you're going to go Make Drawing from Part. Okay, so click on that, and we have the template made. So this should pop up if you did it correctly for your template, and click OK. And we'll get the template to load up here. So I just want to bring this back. So as you can see, this is the template. So I created this one in the video for the actual desk tidy. But let's say you were doing your 2D drawing of another part. So how are you going to edit this to change maybe the date, the skills demo, and what the object is? So what you're going to do is go to sheet format here, edit sheet format, and now we're actually able to edit this template. So if I wanted to change this here, for example, I can just click on it and I could change that to, let's say it was the model house or something. I can type in. So yeah, just making you aware of that, how to change this information for each drawing you're going to do. So I'm going to exit out of sheet format now, so I'm not able to edit this anymore. Okay, so now let's go back to view layout. So 3 standard views. So you'll remember we had a first angle and third angle projection. So what I want to do is for these 2D drawings, you should have a mixture of both. And for example, here I'm going to do first angle, and for the next one, let's say you should do third angle and change it up going on. So what I want to do here is 3 standard view. You'll see the part assembly to insert, so it's the desk tidy. We've taken that from the drawing. And if I go over here to the palette, it's the view palette. And I just want to drag this over so we can see. And I click on this, and these options are coming up for me, so all the different views I want. So whatever one you want to do, you can just drag in like that. Okay, and then it's given the option here of taking different views from it, so just hovering the mouse over it. So this is obviously the plan, so this is looking down on it. So I want first angle, so remember, if I wanted third angle, I would have the elevation at the bottom and the plan on top like this. But for this one, we want first angle, so the elevation is going to be above. I'm going to click on that, and then also what I'm going to do is I want to get the view, the side view. So that's like the first drawing we did for the engineering drawing module, for example. Obviously this part is very basic, so there's not much going on, so it's going to be very easy for us to dimension this. So I'm just dragging these views down, so you can orientate it whatever how close you want in terms of the page. So it's essentially what you can do is just drag like this. Okay, so this is first angle. Now what I want to do as well is I want an isometric view here, so a 3D view essentially of the object. So I'm going to click on the palette here again, and you'll see isometric. So we can drag this view in like that, and let's put it there. And I want to show the color in this, so display style shaded with edges, so there it is there. So when you're printing these, you can print them in color, so we can see that 3D object there, and then this is obviously the 2D representation. Now for different skills demos, for the 2D drawings, you're going to be using, let's say, a broken out section view, and here's a section view here, perhaps not auxiliary or projected view, but I'm going to go through them in-house, how to actually get those section views. But for now, for the first number of skills demos, it's just going to essentially be the first and third angle. That's all the information we need to show. So the next thing is, the most important thing is actually annotating it. So the smart dimension, obviously. So I've just selected my smart dimension, and what I'm going to do here is click on this side and this side, and obviously it's 100. So these dimensions, so marks are going for how you actually dimension the part, so everything should be, you know, in line and looking neat, that the dimensions are not all over the place. So I just want to highlight this here and here. Just to show that this is this side here I want. So that's 100, and then where we did the round, so we did the fillet on it, I'll show it as well. And that is 84, so see the way I'm lining it up together. Okay, so 84 and 100 and 100. So the important thing is when you're dimensioning, not to over dimension. So like I'm not going to come over here, for example, and show that this is 184. If it's represented in one area, then that's okay. We don't want to over dimension things so that there's too much information on the page. Next, I want to show this dimension here. So this is obviously 12. I want the diameter of this circle like that. I want to show the diameter of one of these circles, so these are all equal. Here, so get this to be 34. And you'll see that things can line up there. It'll give you the option to line them up. And then I want to just get the thickness of this. Okay, so this is basically this 2D drawing done. We've put in the isometric view and all the different measurements. Now, another thing you're going to wonder is, perhaps when you bring this in, it's going to be too big. So I just clicked on this drawing. For example, it's the same going for this. Click on it, scroll down, and you're going to see the scale. So if it's too large, you can use this custom scale or type up your own. So for example, if I was to make this 1:1, it's going to be very big, and so on. But you can type up your own one to match accordingly the size you need. Okay, so that's that 2D drawing completed. So what I would do then is essentially file and save as, and at the end of all these skills demos, we're going to make a PDF of all of them together, and we're going to print them out when they're all completed. But that video was just to show you essentially how to bring in these drawings, dimension them, and what's expected, like all the information we need. Okay, thank you.